Find out what they play. Minor coming out from Sergio Ramos.
Reliable chip damage out to the left side. A good start for him, but Expo Masters firing back hard. Expo set up on the left lane, and Sergio Ramos has got a giant to block. That's a good game from Expo Master, as he's not feeling confident that he'll be able to tear apart this big push that Sergio Ramos has put together.
No, and Giant is one of the hardest counters to Expo, but it's looking like this Expo might connect to the tower.
It does! A zap goes off, but Expo Master is able to whittle down the left side tower anyways. He's ahead in damage and ahead in elixir as this game gets underway, but Sergio Ramos does have a good counter in his deck. The Giant can soak a ton of hit points and punches through those Expos without much difficulty. It'll be up to Expo Master to surprise us in some way, or show us something new about this deck to turn things around against Sergio.
Wow, the one-claw Skeletons take care of the Minor. They stop a couple of shots, too. As a matter of fact, as a Mega Minion comes down the left-hand lane, there's a log, clears out the Goblins, and it looks like Mega Minions are just gonna, do a little kiss action over here on the blue side.
Kiss of death. Looks like that blue Mega Minion not looking too healthy. Poison coming in from Sergio Ramos to try to get some reliable chip damage, but look at that. Expo Master takes it down to 1-3-3-7. The elite hit from an elite player. Rocket deals a ton of reliable damage, and he's trying to punish that poison. Can he defend against this big, giant cannon card push, though?
I don't know. How is he going to deal with this cannon card? That's how. He's got to tornado that to the king, right, Woody?
He's got to be able to pull it off, but then he still has to worry about the cannon card in the back. It's about to lock. Ice Wizard going to help out as well, but couldn't fully push that giant onto the king tower.
Oh, no!
The cannon card locks. Log isn't enough to push it back. It's still in range, and that tower is down to 86 hit points. Log will be able to finish it off as Sergio Ramos pulls far ahead in this third and final battle.
Oh no, Expo Master knew he was not going to be able to take that tower down with another Expo log, so he went to the rocket cycle, and Sergio Ramos punished him heavily with that giant push. Even though you tornadoed the giant, it just wasn't enough because you had the cannon card in the back end that locked on.
Expo Master is going to be at a huge elixir disadvantage now as he tries to rebuff this masterful setup. He goes in for the rocket to wipe out the push, and that'll get the job done, but he's still going to do 748 damage in 20 seconds. Otherwise, Sergio Ramos will take the sweep 1-0.
Yeah, and even if he does take the tower, I mean, Giant is just such a great counter to Expo. And if you have Expo in your name, if you're Sergio Ramos, you're going to need to take a big, heavy unit to be able to counter it. And Giant, without an elixir pump in your hand, is definitely going to be one of the answers.
Sergio Ramos, the Mexican player from Team Nova, will move on to the quarterfinals. The rare 1-0 victory over Expo Master. Sergio Ramos has cracked his defenses. And see the players in the arena. You can taste the anticipation. You can feel the fire burning you. What's the last one?
Fire burning you. Whoa,
yeah.
Woody, hey.
I mean,
don't get ahead of yourself, you know?
Send your chest hairs off and chat. You gotta look out for that, man.
I know, I need BBXH needs to be careful with that flame over there.
Oh, why is that?
What do you mean, why is that? Did you see the intro?
So
she almost got lit up. Yeah,
true.
she's so close.
Well, I'm looking out for Ash, too. I think that they both need some
that's true.
Protection over there.
That's true.
Inferno Dragon looking to keep things nice and toasty, though. Burns up the Knight out the right. That's a quick attack off the left is going to be going in as well. Bandit dashes into the Minor. She's going to be able to bat him down. And the Princess distracted with that Inferno Dragon at the right means that it's a good opportunity to zap. Nice play by Sergio Ramos. Good, about to get a lot of damage over on the left from the Minor.
Takes care of that. Knight comes down, takes care of the Bandit dashing in, but there is a Princess gonna get one shot on the tower. That's all she's gonna get as the minions clear it out.
Swatting down their opponents on the left side of the bridge. They're able to fly right over it and swarm the tower. A few swipes are going to be good for Sergio Ramos. Pulls ahead in damage. Electrify with another aggressive poison. He's done that before against his last opponent, Steve McHugh. Managed to get the win there, but it seems difficult to pull value out of poison when you're not able to get those swarms of troops like the minions that you'd really like for them to hit.
Yeah, Bandit and Electro Wizard coupled on the left-hand side. Oh!
Nice catch there by Electrify. Plays the Knight just in time to prevent the Bandit from connecting on the tower. But Sergio Ramos is ahead in damage. He's ahead about 4 drops of Elixir right now. And he's going to use part of it for a Minor now at the left. I think he's a little bit worried about the Tornado. That's a great play by Electrify. Manages to get him onto the tower after all.
Yeah, and
that was great placement on that Minor, but not good enough, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Sergio Ramos grimace and say, oh, no. But once again, and this might get punished. Inferno Dragon behind a Mega Knight, a Bandit as well. The Bandit's gonna phase right into the Miner. The Goblin Gang is just gonna get smacked down from the Mega Knight. The Knight does not take the aggro from the Mega Knight, and this push is going to destroy this tower.
Positively punishing. Electrify has taken a big hit on the left lane, and with only 38 seconds left, he's going to be hard-pressed to get the tower damage on the left in order to even put this thing into overtime.
And another Inferno Dragon on the right-hand side, but here comes a Miner, and I was going to say a Goblin Gang, but that Mega Knight just dropped from the sky.
And it's gone. Right side taken down as Sergio Ramos continues to apply pressure, and Inferno Dragon about to get the lock. I think could burn a big hole in the tower if he's not careful. Looks like he's going to soak the damage, and he's already brought down all the way. Sergio Ramos with the 2-0 lead is going for the third crown even. Came down to half hit points. Electrify has been absolutely trounced in his first battle of the match.
Yeah, Sergio Ramos brought the... Both players just doing a little dance, you know, just hanging out at 10 Elixir, trying to feel each other out, but there it is, a Knight coming down from Sergio Ramos as a Miner comes in on the right for Electrify.
Mighty Miner gets caught by Goblins, though. No damage at the right side tower, and a clear 2-for-3 trade in Sergio Ramos' favor on defense.
Yeah, Mega Minion comes down on the left-hand side for Electrify, gonna easily clear up this Knight. Ice Wizard from Sergio Ramos, though, is going to make quick work of the Mega Minion.
And it looks Electrify as well.
Ooh, Bowler coming down. I think this is the first time we've seen Bowler today, Woody.
Poison play once again from Electrify. He's really been leveraging the spell damage here. Worked well for him in the first matchup. Let's see if he's going to get value from it in his second match now against Sergio Ramos. The second battle looks like he's getting pulverized right at the bridge. This Ice Wizard about to get pulled down, but he's got a nice Golem on defense, and the Cannon Card's gonna help out as well. Tornado Spell working well for Sergio Ramos, pulls him into a nice clump, but the defensive edge from the Cannon Card gonna get the job done. This is a pretty suspect naked graveyard here. Trying to get value. Oh, Electrify pays 3 Elixir for that Tornado and doesn't get much out of it.
Yeah, he wanted to activate the King Tower with that Tornado because if he was able to, the game would have pretty much been in his hands. But now that you just wasted 3 Elixir, got 0 value whatsoever, it gives Sergio the advantage in Elixir and lets him just play very, very defensively until double Elixir.
Hang on, I think that Graveyard might have been a little bit too hyper-aggressive from Sergio Ramos. He didn't get a whole lot of damage on the tower, and even though Sergio, you know, opened himself up to a big threat, Electrify didn't punish there. He went instead to play defense with the Tornado. I think that the, you know, kind of tit for tat there counteracted each other,
Yeah, but the thing about Sergio Ramos' deck is he's waiting for double Elixir time to come in, and Electrify already hasn't done any damage to his tower, so it's gonna be on Electrify to somehow muster up the damage.
Oh, he got the Cannon Card lock! The Knight was not there in time, and that lock from the Cannon Card is Mondo value. Left side goes down to 1685 as Electrify's on defense now against the Knight Ice Wizard. He's chipping away at the back, though. He's got a Miner. That went to the King, but missed.
And that's the damage that he needed with that Cannon Card. As a Baby Dragon and a Bowler start rolling down the left-hand lane with a Knight, this is going to be a huge graveyard push from Sergio Ramos. Here it comes. Does he have the poison as well? Yes, he does. Baby Dragon's still alive, but it's not going to get that much damage off as the Ice Wizard gets one last swing off, one-shotting Skeletons.
Now those players both have poison in their decks. The way that you can tell the red poison apart from the blue is the little circle around the spell. It'll be the same color as the player who played it. So that last blue poison was from Sergio Ramos indeed. His left side tower now down to 1365. Electrify is ahead in this second battle of the match. Will Sergio Ramos be able to steamroll back through once again, or is Electrify going to blaze this path to victory?
Oh, beautiful Goblin prediction, gonna gobble up that Miner. Oh, the poison on defense from Electrify is gonna get everything, and it's gonna easily clear it out. Electrify playing defense beautifully in this matchup. A Miner coming in on the right-hand side. It's, oh no, the Mega Minion! Gonna get Tornado back, not gonna be able to connect on the tower.
Got awfully close, but couldn't make it all the way there. The Ice Wizard surviving is actually super bad for Electrify. He'll have to drop another spell in order to get rid of that guy out back. Meanwhile, Cannon Card's have on defense is not going to have too much trouble getting through this poison. It is a sticky situation for him, but it looks like he'll be able to deal with the rest of this push. The cannon cart barely surviving is a pretty good result for him. It'll move forward a little bit, but might get knocked down by this bowler. Yeah.
Oh no, yes, but it gets knocked down, but it's in the range of the bowler, so it easily clears it out. Mega Minion swiping, trying to get damage. It's gonna be whoever gets that one push, that's gonna give him the value. Ice Wizard, could this be it? Poison on top, but the cannon cart, ooh, slowly walks into the poison there at the end.
Tornado might have been really dangerous from there if Sergio Ramos had been able to get it off, but unwilling to make a big commitment there. Finally gets his King Tower activated, but a minor poison is consistent, reliable damage. Electrify pulling ahead about 500 hit points now at the left lane. He is technically down into the triple digits, but he's still looking relatively safe here. He hasn't taken a whole lot of damage from any individual one graveyard push. It would be a pretty big error on his part if any massive attack were able to knock him out just now.
Oh no, beautiful stop at the river, allowing your Princess Tower to kill the skeletons. Defensive poison is going to clear it up, and oh, the miner gets displaced, but it does get a shot.
Chipping away at the left side tower. Excuse me, I gotta fix my left and rights. Left side Mega Minion, though, is looking awfully dangerous as Sergio has one more big push. This might be his final attack as Electrify is getting awfully close to Spell Cycle for winning the game. He pulls the baby dragon back with a tornado. The clutch play he needed to keep it off the tower as a Mega Minion will come in to save the day. Electrify on the counterattack now will have one opportunity right here and now to seal the deal. Miner gets caught by the goblins, though, and that's not looking too good. It's not within poison range yet.
Graveyard poison.
Sergio Ramos has one more chance to strike back. Knight out in front to block for an Ice Wizard. Ice Golem on defense, and it's going to be an offensive poison stacked on top. Can he get those graveyard skellies to lock onto the tower? There goes one hit, two hits. It's going down!
Sergio Ramos gonna take the game from Electrify. What a match from Sergio Ramos, Woody.
He is going to the semis.
We're in Pekka's Playhouse. Tali gives the good luck, the scientist, also the sportsman.
Hey, scientist and a sportsman. Is he a scholar as well?
I believe so.
so.
Gentleman, scholar, everything. Sergio opens with a bandit who gets logged backwards, but she's still going to be a threat to that tower. Archers come down to prevent the charge. And still, that bandit, I think, absorbed a good amount of elixir out of Tali's early opening push.
That it did. Minions being split here from Sergio Ramos. Both players kind of just doing their little dance, seeing what each player has. Electro Wizard on the left.
Oh, Expo comes down. Is there a defense? Electro Wizard is unsupported on their side. Pekka comes down in time. We'll see if he can fare better than Wins did against Music Master.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to let this Electro Wizard pretty much do whatever. One Ice Spirit is all he's going to need. Can he shut down this Pekka in time? Lob comes out. Is it going to connect?
It does! That tower is falling down very quickly from Sergio Ramos, but it was already pretty low because of the miner and some of the other damage, so while it does get about a little under 1,000 damage to it, it could have been so much worse. And this battle, this match, is a duel. It's a house divided between two Nova players. Only one of them can advance to fight Sandstorm in the finals of the Clash Royale World Championships.
That's true. Are they going to be represented by Tali or Sergio Ramos? Only time will tell Rumham, and there isn't that much time left to tell. Ice Golem on the right-hand lane with an Expo. Pekka comes down really offensively. Is he gonna get it down on Tesla?
He might have, I thought it was that Pekka might be able to walk ahead of the Ice Golem, but no dice as the Ice Spirit holds it in place for a little longer. How about that Miner, though, gets several uncontested shots on an incredibly fast cycle as the second Ice Golem came out to hold up the Pekka just a little bit longer.
Yeah, he's gonna have to waste Elixir to deal with this. Ooh, Mega Minion, good zap. Good thing he didn't throw out those goblins, otherwise they would have been logged over.
Got a Factorino for you, Enchanted.
Oh.
We have 6 different decks for Tali. The scientist has yet to play the same deck twice in this tournament.
Yeah, a little bit of damage here from the bandit. Ooh, moving and grooving to 1606 on the left.
Top left tower, bottom right tower, very similar. It means these players are probably going to be split pushing in opposite lanes, which is going to be a really interesting board. It's going to make the board very hectic, and whichever one gets the sort of surprise attack on the other is going to be the victor.
Ooh, here it is. Can he protect this?
12 elixir, 13 elixir defending that Expo.
You got to throw everything at it. If that connects, it's going to be the game. Another Ice Golem coming down. Archers.
Tali, wow, it's just chopping through everything like butter. And even though the miner gets behind, it goes down quickly. The Archers, it's locked onto the tower. It's going down to triple digits very quickly.
Oh, Electro Wizard is gonna clear it out, but that does not matter. Your tower's at full life. A log just to get a little bit more chip damage in. He's gonna get that next one. Is there gonna be a P.E.K.K.A in time? Just in time, Rumham.
Now, I don't know what the last spell in Tali's deck is. It might be a tornado. I think we would have seen it by now. It's probably a rocket or a fireball. If you can get that tower down to under 500 damage, victory is yours.
Oh,
and it might happen right now.
And that's gonna be it, Rumham. It's locked onto the tower. What spell? 122. Does he have a spell here?
2 logs will do it. Fireball does it. Tali takes the first battle of our last semifinal match.
Ooh, Tali's gonna go up 1-0 in a commanding performance in game number 1. But kind of what we saw in the last semifinal matchup, where it was one-sided game 1, one-sided game 2. Ice Golem, Archers, they're all like under 3 elixir that just continue to cycle your deck. And if that, P.E.K.K.A never hits the Tesla or the Expo, we saw what happened in Mayhem number 1.
Hog Rider comes out for Tali, and it looks like, okay, it does. I was like, does he have no answer for it? Of course he has an answer for it.
I hope so.
What? If you see a late delayed response, it's usually a tornado, because you can only tornado the Hog Rider once it gets close enough to your tower. You're gonna take 1 hit, but after that, you're good.
That's true. Princess on the left-hand side from Tali. Ice Golem from Sergio Ramos. There's an Ice Wizard. That's gonna clear down this Princess.
And I think Tali is playing his sort of signature trademark deck, Hog Rider Spellbait, using all of the strength of the Spellbait deck we've seen so much today, combined with the aggressive power of a Hog Rider.
Oh wow, the right side Princess Tower from Tali snipes 2 skeletons, preventing a ton of damage as he gets a lot on the right-hand side himself.
The Princess herself on the left, we got 3 princesses, 2. 1 in each tower and then 1 on the field. That Princess on the left does help keep the Mega Minion from doing too much damage.
Yeah, I mean, the king, he's very, very happy man at this point.
Yeah, he's proud of his 2 daughters, just like Tali's proud of his daughter. And he's fighting for this $150,000 grand prize to provide a life-changing experience for his wife and daughter. He's made it this far, and he is only a minute and 30 seconds away from potentially going to the World Finals.
Ice Beard on the left-hand side will get sniped down.
And look at it, I mean, actually, once again, top left, bottom right are really the damaged towers. I'm surprised Sergio is still taking damage from that last Hog Rider. I mean, you gotta get Tornado. It's just tough to keep that thing. Like, if Tali's deck can cycle faster than you, then he can go quicker than your Tornado and get the Hog Rider to the tower. And Tali's deck has 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. Like, there are so many cheat cards in that deck to allow him to get back to it. And here comes another Hog Rider. Does he have the Tornado?
Is he gonna just let this go? Tornado comes out, okay.
Still though, that was 8 elixir for Sergio Ramos to stop only 6 elixir of Tali, so perhaps he did come out with a positive elixir trade after all.
Yeah, Ice Golem and Ice Wizard, a very frosty left-hand side. It's gonna explode on the tower though, getting 140 damage on the left, but here comes another Hog Rider. Are we gonna see a tornado?
And this time the Ice Golem is holding it. That Hog Rider didn't take that much damage. He's gonna get a swing. 1, will he get a second? No! Ice Wizard saving the day, slowing down Hog Rider by 35%. That is a significant delay in a game that's all about microseconds.
Yeah, the mini P.E.K.K.A just getting distracted by skeletons, the poison getting a lot of value. And here comes a Hog Rider on the right-hand side. Goblins come down, he does have a tornado, and that's gonna get tornado back as Ice Wizard continues to get another stab on the left-hand side.
Do not count Sergio Ramos out. He has clawed his way back into the damage lead, getting Tali's top left tower down into triple digits. Tali has lost only 1 game today. Is he gonna double that number here at the hands of Sergio Ramos?
Oh, he's got a lot of lives, but the Princess getting supreme value. The poison just getting a little bit of chip here for Sergio Ramos. Can Tali push on this right-hand side? Is he gonna do it? There's the Hog Rider. There's a Princess as well.
Tornado pulls it back, but Mini P.E.K.K.A is right behind. Rocket comes down to hit whatever might be defending, and he only needs another log and a rocket to win the game. He just has to defend this graveyard and cycle back. Zap takes out the bats though, as skeletons are swarming the tower. Poison comes down.
All he's got to do, and that is it! Sergio Ramos strikes back! Rumham, we're gonna have a game 3! Oh, you said he lost 1 game prior to this? Well, now it's 2, and all it needs to be is 3 for Sergio Ramos to go on. But Tali's not gonna go out with a fight. This is going to be a legendary. So he came into this tournament ready to go, and he's one of those players who I was like, if he can make it here, he can really strike. You know, he just played, high intense matches, getting ready to go in this live stage, and now that it is a game 3, we're gonna see who has the, pretty much, now it's who has the mental capacity not to make a mistake in this game.
The history of Clash Royale can only be one story. Expect the unexpected. At the original Helsinki tournament, you heard the trivia question earlier, the #1 player at the time, Derek Chung, was in attendance, upset 3-0 in the very first match by Jason, who went on to win the title. Completely unexpected. In the spring season in North America, everyone expected to see McHugh, turned out to be Oxlade, who we saw interviewed earlier. It is always upstarts and underdogs here in Clash Royale, and Sergio Ramos is going to continue that trend if he can defeat Tali right here. Tali, though, will veteran experience reign supreme? Get this, Tali is older than the 2 remaining players combined. Young versus old will be clashing right here.
Yeah, Inferno Dragon's gonna be on the left-hand side. They're gonna cancel each other out, but ooh, the poison comes down from Tali, just trying to get that reliable chip damage in, but there's a miner on a bandit. Is he gonna be able to stop this bandit? The goblins, are they gonna be enough?
The
no, they're not!
Oh, it turns around. The Electro Wizard, though, takes out the Inferno Dragon, and Electro Wizard are absolute rivals. Inferno Dragon may be the most impactful support troop in the entire metagame if it were not for that pesky Electro Wizard resetting his laser beam over and over again. In this matchup, both players are running Electro Wizard and Inferno Dragon. Whichever player can get their Inferno Dragon through a defensive Electro Wizard, maybe using the poisons that they are also both playing, or minor other cards, that may be the deciding factor in this battle.
Yeah, I mean, Sergio Ramos already looking really, really strong with that damage lead on the left-hand tower. And Mega Knights hailing from the sky. They're gonna meet in the middle of the arena, but the Inferno Dragon locks onto the Mega Knight and not the bats. The poison comes down, misses the tower though. So he gets about 240 less damage on the left-hand side, and a miner. A little prediction miner there.
Yeah, I think he was expecting me a little trip. And oh, the Inferno Dragon's locked on! Oh, Electro Wizard comes down to reset it with the goblins, make sure it works! It locks back on, but with such low health, it doesn't do that much damage. Still, 1632 against 1446. Both players' towers have taken about 1,000, give or take, damage, and we are just starting double elixir time, which means that the game is going to change dramatically as both players are going to turn their decks into overdrive.
And here it is, Bandit going to connect on the right-hand side. The Electro Wizard comes down with bats, but that's not going to matter. Sergio Ramos locks in with an Inferno Dragon on the left-hand side. The only way you have to stop it now is a zap.
Now watch the Electro Wizard. I think blue Electro Wizard needs to come out real soon, and he does.
There it is.
Now this could turn it around right here, because if Inferno Dragon of Sergio Ramos can take out the Mega Knight and the Inferno Dragon, it's going to counterattack along with the Electro Wizard. This is Sergio Ramos' chance.
He's got the Mega Knight, the Inferno Dragon minions, and the miner on the tower. He's got the entire family on the left-hand side, and it's going to look like Sergio Ramos is going to pummel that tower, and look at that face!
Sergio Ramos is beating his chest on stage. The man has been nervous all day. He was not sure if he could make it this far. He has defied everybody's expectations.
From 187 countries, 28 million duelers entered the arena. They've crossed bridges, dodged arrows, avoided fireballs. Now, only 2 are left standing. Who will be crowned the world's greatest Clash Royale player? The forces of the universe have conspired. The stars have aligned to produce just one.
Let's go.
Who will reign supreme? In times to come, when they talk about this memorable day, you will tell them you were there. You were there at the very end. You were there when the golden crown was raised and the world champion revealed. Please welcome from the United States of America, Music Master! And from Mexico, Sergio Ramos! In the final match, Music Master has chosen to ban Elixir Collector. And Sergio Ramos has chosen to ban the Long Tuners. Prepare to battle.
Hundreds of feet above the arena, and I have goosebumps all over my body. That intro is pretty cool. What do you got, Woody? What do you think about this matchup? Sergio Ramos, Music Master, two of the newest and strongest prodigies in the Clash Royale world, meeting combined age 32 years old.
I was in relatively stunned silence during the entire intro there, but I gotta say something, Romham. I am so impressed by these two guys. There is going to be the lion's share of that $400,000 prize pool being split up between the two of them. The golden crown will be falling on one of their heads, and the first battle is now underway in this final match.
Now the bans come in. Music Master has banned Collector in all 4 matches. Log is a ban from Sergio Ramos, ideally I assume targeting Expo and some other things. This is an incredible match between 2 players. They both played 7 games. Sergio Ramos has played 6 different decks in 7 games. Music Master has played 5 different decks in 7 games. Both incredibly diverse and skillful players.
Each with 2-1 victories in the semifinal stage. It was not a crushing defeat for their opponents by any means. Anyone can take this crown. It's all up to them to show us if they've got the stuff of stars.
And make that 6 different decks for Music Master as he has switched it up with a Mega Knight Hog Rider deck.
Has happened! Sergio Ramos is being torn apart on the left lane. Ran out of Elixir, and a massive connection from Music Master has taken him down to triple digits in the very first minute of this game.
Music Master. Now this is a match between a world divided. We saw all those predictions. I looked on Twitter between this matchup, and get this, everyone, every poll in the Western Hemisphere has Sergio Ramos winning. Every poll in the Eastern Hemisphere has Music Master winning. I swear, this is an incredible matchup between 2 players. The world cannot decide on who the favorite is. Goblin Hut in the middle will start producing Spear Goblins to try to chip away Sergio Ramos' tower. He fell behind early, but we are about 30 seconds away from double Elixir time. Music Master gets out a second spawn building, and he's looking to pressure that left lane for the rest of the game.
Miner a good counter, gonna chip away at that furnace a little bit, but the Ice Spirit buys a little bit of time for the next wave of Fire Spirits to come out, takes him down, and it's still 1670, a relatively healthy left side tower for Music Master. A minute and 14 left until this game is gonna be over, but double Elixir time starts soon. Which deck do you think has the advantage in that time?
I gotta say Music Master's double spawner deck. When you are gaining Elixir that quickly, and you are able to put down just Furnace and Goblin Hut and get multiples of them out throughout the game, you're in good shape. But oh no! Triple digits by far as Sergio Ramos catches up and has taken the damage advantage at the start of double Elixir time.
Heavy punish by Sergio Ramos. Saw that Mega Knight way far in the back and thought, now's my time to strike. Sent in a great little push that did a ton of damage.
Is he gonna get the jump?
Oh,
no!
Getting awfully close, he might get
If he had
jumped right on top of the Electro Wizard.
If he had landed, that would be a totally different game. Cannon Card takes out the Electro Wizard, is beginning to pressure the tower. Tesla Tower comes down,
No,
but is it too
pushed
far
back
back?
by the Goblins. Awfully close, but no cigar this time. Sergio Ramos behind in damage, but not by much.
Flying Machine played too far up. It was meant to turn around and shoot the Miner first. It didn't get there, and instead it's locked on to the Knight. But Poison will get that damage down a little lower. We're getting into overtime very soon. Even though there's a little bit of a lead for Music Master, they're both so low that the first tower to go down will put you up 1 battle of this best-of-5 matchup.
Cannon card out the left side for Music Master, playing cool on defense. There's not a big win condition from Sergio Ramos. All he could really have to do is throw that Miner in there. So he's got to play smart defense and try to get a massive attack in there. Not looking likely though, as Music Master with a huge push. Mega Knight to pulverize the defense. Tesla goes down, and we've got a strong, healthy Flying Machine getting awfully close. Poison ticks that tower down to 146. Rumham, it looks like it's almost over.
2 cards, I'm counting out Music Master cycle. 2 cards there, 3 cards, it gets in there! Music Master takes the first battle! Oh my! The Cannon card snuck by and took battle number 1. Music Master just 2 games, 6 minutes away from being the first world champion. Can Sergio Ramos tie it up as we head into battle 2? Woo, Woody, what's your thoughts on that? This double spawner deck, this is This is the new hotness. This is the new trend.
It definitely is. They've shown us time and time again how much value you can get out of the combo of Spear Goblins and Fire Spirits. It's a good bit of swarm that can be built up if your opponent sends in a troop that's too big. If you can get a nice wave of Spear Goblins all backed up with that great splash damage, there's hardly anything that your opponent can do to really shut that down in an elixir-efficient way. We saw miners going in, poisons being dropped on those spawners, but ultimately, Music Master, especially with that nice early hit that he got, definitely pulled far ahead in that game. Almost got a turnaround there for Sergio Ramos with the punish when that Mega Knight came down in the back for Music Master, but with just enough time at the end, one final shot from the cannon cart, and it was curtains.
The double spawner deck has lost only one game in this entire tournament, and it was quiet against Tali. Other than that, Music Master hasn't lost with it. He's played it 3 times. He's played it in almost every single match except for the semifinals where he ended up not playing it. But he's played in every other match and it's won every single time. He may just stick with it. Now we saw something like this very similarly in the North American region. Once he got on a deck, he just kind of kept playing it until his opponent could show that he could beat it. But in the very first round, he lost by playing Mega Knight Balloon 2 times in a row. So he said, oh, it was a mistake. I probably shouldn't have done that. So I would expect him to change decks, but this double spawner deck has been so powerful, and at this 11th hour, it's really hard to learn how to counter it because you don't have time to practice against it. It was revealed just a couple hours ago.
Exactly. The creativity and knowing how to build something like that and then piloting it to victory against the best players in the world. It's really shown that it takes a lot of skill and understanding of all 70 whatever cards have been released in the game to be able to tear apart that sort of creative deck building skill.
Woo, it looks like Music Master's opening with another Goblin Hut. I assume it's the same deck, but of course it could be maybe like the Lupanji Pekka Mega Knight deck. This might even be an evolution of that deck. No, double spawners comes out again. So can Sergio Ramos beat it? This time though, he has a miner to get in there and actually aggro.
Well, and the Mega Man's getting all the way close to the tower. They're well played.
Oh, wow, what
coming from Music Master as he recognizes a big hit from Sergio is coming down on the right side.
Sergio pulled off an excellent bamboozle there, pulling the cannon cart and 6 elixir really worth of troops were pulled back behind the tower, and that allowed the Mega Minion to connect. Golem's coming down for Sergio Ramos, and Golem, an excellent card at dealing with spawner buildings. It's heavy enough that it can just muscle through them.
Not the sort of card you'd expect this early in the game, but a great way to shut down that cannon cart push, and with plenty of help on those minions, he's gonna be able to teleport the flying machine. Backside Poison's looking awfully good as well, as a Golem is connected and tears apart that right side tower. Minions in attaché have done their job. Sergio Ramos with the 1-0 lead over Music Master in this second battle.
And not just a 1-0 lead, but both of his towers are as healthy as they can really be. I think he's just got to play defense for the next minute 30. Music Master, though, smiled, kind of gave a nod, said, well played. Here's the thing, Music Master's been banning Elixir Collector all the time. I think he's written off Golem as a deck that he would see. Sergio Ramos said, you know what, like, if you're gonna sit back and just play spawner buildings, fine, then I'll play Golem in the same lane as it, and it seems very effective.
Clutch flying machine from Music Master tears apart that poor furnace, and it's looking like even though he's got the defensive edge with that King Tower up, he hasn't managed to be able to chip into Sergio Ramos once again. Music Master doesn't really have a super heavy win condition here. It's more of a mid-range deck, and especially going up against Golem, it's gonna be super difficult for that Mega Knight to ever even get a chance to hit the tower.
And with Poison and Sergio Ramos' deck being really good, not just against hitting the tower and the spawner buildings, but if you can catch a flying machine in that as well, very quickly you can get a huge damage lead. That Inferno Dragon, eats up Mega Knight in record time. Zap was out of cycle.
Caution. Electro Wizard not in the arena. Inferno Dragon going wild.
Now the shield break on the cannon card actually does reset the Inferno Dragon, so that gave it a chance, slowed it down, allowed it to die to the tower. You're seeing Mega Knight coming in the other lane, looks like he's trying to go for kind of an all-in attack here. Great Ice Spirit, no, it jumps on the miner instead, allowing the Inferno Dragon to take it down, and I think that was Music Master's last chance in this game. With just 17 seconds to go, Sergio Ramos is holding strong in both lanes, and he is going to tie this matchup 1-1.
10 seconds left, and Music Master is showing his hand. Nothing that he can do at this point as time whittles away. Sergio Ramos offers the good game, and we are going into battle number 3, Ramham.
This is incredible. Almost the only time Music Master has lost is when he's played the same deck twice. So if he switches up decks, he's good at catching people off guard, making predictions about what his opponents are going to play, but when he sticks to the same deck, he's gotten countered. It happened in the first round, and it's happened here in Game 2 of the finals. Great news, though. Best of 5, not best of 3, so we're going to let this play out a little more and get to a true undisputed champion.
Absolutely. Single elim means that all we can really say is the #1 player will have the crown at the very end. Best of 5 is the best way to make sure that you are so skilled with so many different types of decks, but also that there's no, hiccups in there. It's not just going to be losing a few rounds that gets you kicked out. You got to take 3 losses in order to be eliminated at this point. Best of 5 means that these guys have got a long way left to go before they can claim that crown, Rumham.
And this is just, there's so much to say. We have 2 young players just qualified for the Crown Championship Global Series this year. They really both made their regional finals just in the fall, right? They weren't here in the spring season as well. And here they are meeting, and the ultimate prize between them. Nova versus Sandstorm, Music Master versus Sergio Ramos, USA versus Mexico. It is so easy to pick a side if you have an opinion on things.
I have an opinion on things, but I'm going to let the viewers decide for their own. Let us know in chat if you are on Music Master's side or if you're rooting for Sergio Ramos.
And Twitter is alight with people saying, go, go, go to their favorite players. Knight comes down just in time to block the Bandit, and the Bandit is going to be held there. And I think Knight is even going to do a great job at distracting any things like Goblin tries to come down. You can be able to handle as well. Oh, there you go. Minions get held off. Now, there's no log, remember. So both players actually, Spellbait might look a whole lot better in a world without log, but the Minions once again are locking on.
Him. Right side takes 500 damage, and it's a relative draw at this point. Highway robbery not taking place as the Bandit went down, but Sergio Ramos counters attacks from the skies.
Another Bandit dash! Wow! Wow. The Knight was not in cycle that time, and the Goblins are even gonna get a little more damage, bringing it down to just poison. Oh, I can't say log, but a little more than like a minor poison will take that tower down on the right.
Grand Theft Tower, great dash by the Bandit. She steals not only hearts, but also wins Sergio Ramos up. And what is that?
That is Music Master's Mortar. Mortar Master, some call him. Now, I don't really like that placement, though, because the poison is like, of course he'd want to poison that side, but look at that, he just used poison, and instead Mortar is going to get shot after shot after shot.
Punishing the poison, though, he sends in the Minion Horde. No spell in Sergio Ramos' deck to deal with it, but pulled away by Goblins.
Well played, though, is given out. The Minions, though, connect on the other side, and they're going to shred that tower for a ton of damage. No Princess!
Wow.
She gets dashed on by the Bandit, and the Minions are going to finish off that right side tower. 1 minute and 10 seconds left, and Sergio Ramos is again up a tower.
Music Master gives up his right side. He's ready to continue the siege, though. He could actually go left or right at this point. Going for that right side tower of Sergio Ramos would be a little bit more difficult just because he's lost his right side tower already. Wow, the 8th card in Sergio's deck, though, is not good news for Music Master. P.E.K.K.A is a master of destruction.
And the timing could not hurt more just as the mortar comes down. You see it? Oh, is poison going to come out? Is he saving up for it? The Electro Wizard gets cleaned up, and the Princess takes it out. She's going to be shooting on the tower, but no, Bandit's going to come clean her out. Still, though, both of Sergio Ramos' towers are not looking very good.
The P.E.K.K.A.'s got the tower down! 3 swings, and it is finished off with the 4th. Sergio Ramos with the 2-0 lead.
And P.E.K.K.A, minor control, is putting Sergio Ramos in the lead in this match with a 3-crown victory, maybe, I don't know. Well, hold on. Oh, there it is. Woo. Music Master gave me a little bit of a heart attack there for a second, but Sergio does take the 3 crown. He's up 2-1 in this match, just 3 minutes away from being the first ever Clash Royale World Champion.
The 3 crown and down. That's one of the first 3 crowns we've seen today. Not many have happened by any means. And what a devastating attack Sergio Ramos was able to put together there. And with a smile, too.
Think how stressful it must be for those players standing on the stage, not just looking across at your foe, but looking at the thousands in attendance. And on top of that, both of their parents are here watching. Can you imagine how stressful it is for the parents, unable to help, unable to do anything, not exactly sure what's happening on the screen? Like, there's so much going on for them, and we have at most 2, but maybe just 1 more battle left before we know who the best Clash Royale player in the world is. From 28 million down to just 1.
It was all up in the air at the beginning of the day, Rumham, but we've taken the 16 best players in the world, and we now have whittled it down to 2. Team Sandstorm behind now. Music Master trying to take this for the US of A, but Sergio Ramos, one of the youngest players, has some of the most experience in these types of circumstances. Can he get the win for Mexico and Team Nova?
And Music Master once again goes with Mortar, but early on, Bandit and Minions are going to counter it.
Dang.
That is 7 elixir for Music Master, 6 for Sergio Ramos, and I think he got the better end of that exchange.
did. Sergio a little bit ahead, but not by a whole lot. They're just feeling each other's decks out right now, getting a sense for what they're up against. Nice zap from Sergio, though. Gets some value from this minor.
One more card and Music Master will be back to Mortar, so maybe he can try that again. I do like opening with Mortar, just like opening with Hog Rider. If they don't have a counter to it, then you can get a ton of value in the first 15 seconds or so of the game.
Oh, interesting counter. We got the minion horde coming on in from Music Master. Could leave him with an opportunity to counterattack if he can send that minion wave in with something, but not looking likely. I thought he'd be able to drop a Knight in there to
He did
block
have
the
Knight
bandit.
and Cycle.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he went with that. Maybe he thought between the Bandit charge and the Electro Wizard attack, the Knight would go down in record time, and it would not be a very good defense. Once again, though, Miner's coming down. Oh no, this Mortar's not going to hit. Zap takes it out again. Princess providing some support damage, but I think those minions are even going to close in and maybe get some damage on the tower. No.
Miner even did a great job blocking for the Princess out in the left side. Locked on to the Mortar over there. They were tearing through that thing. No value for that siege emplacement as Music Master struggles to find an inroad in this fourth battle of what might be the last in this match from him.
Music Master did it again. He played the same deck 2 games in a row. He's playing Mortar the second time, and looks like he's got the same matchup against P.E.K.K.A. Miner. So one of those last 2 cards, I believe, is Poison, and the other being Miner. Very scary to deal with. We'll have to see if he can bait maybe out the Poison. There it goes.
There it is.
It's on the minion horde, though, which is not really what you're looking for. Now he can play Minion Horde, but it's out of Cyclid, so it's out of his hand.
Killer strike from Sergio Ramos as he has not much to fear in this final minute of the battle. Music Master defending against Goblins now with a Princess. Gets a little bit of chip damage in there, but takes 2 stabs.
Now the Princess is there to support. P.E.K.K.A. comes down to block, but if he can take out this P.E.K.K.A. and keep the Mortar standing, there is a very good chance that he can turn this around and take the tower.
Soaks the bandit damage out the left side, and I agree with that. You gotta be able to take a one on the chin if you're gonna invest your elixir in defense of the right. He's going in hard, trying to tear that tower down with a good Mortar lock, but the P.E.K.K.A. takes short work of it. Chopping out the back as the Miner goes in to support some minions, but once again, rebuffed. Sergio Ramos has so many spells, and the Electro Wizard on top, he doesn't have to worry very much at all about these swarm attacks from Music Master.
Over and over again, Sergio Ramos, whose Zap and his Poison are MVPs in this game, zapping the bats, poisoning the minion horde. Both of them are great traits that are putting him ahead. He only needs another minor poison attack or so in order to take this game. And because Music Master knows that, he's going with an aggressive attack to bait the poison out. There goes Electro Wizard trying to stop, and Electro Wizard will start the counterattack on the other side. But now both of Music Master's towers are low. Sergio Ramos is sweating, wiping the sweat from his brow because he knows he's just 274 damage away from being the next victor. He needs to poison it. He needs to zap it. Sergio Ramos, the world championship is in your grip.
Finishing kill there. Minion horde at the right side to defend, but the poison will take it down, and that's the last chance that Music Master has to strike. No Mortar for him to lock on at this point, and the minions are going to be able to stab down this Miner. I don't think that there's anything left for Sergio to do but send in the final blow, Rumham.
He's just got to cycle back. Zap lowers it. He needs a poison. He's played 1 card, 2 cards. I think just 2 more cards will bring him the poison and the victory. Sergio Ramos from Mexico is going to be your first ever Clash Royale champion.
Takes it. Sergio Ramos wins. First place in the Clash Royale Crown Championship World Finals goes to the Nova player from Mexico.
He can't stand. He's holding on to the flag. He cannot believe it. Just hours ago, he was the biggest underdog in this field, and now you can call him the first ever Clash Royale World Champion. Nova, he has come this far, defeating player after player. He has played Giant Beatdown, 3 Musketeer, Graveyard, P.E.K.K.A., and more minor poison and P.E.K.K.A. control. Deliver it to him as Nova rushes the stage. You can see his coach, his teammates, the owner of Nova all hugging him. They have done it. They have come so far and played so hard, and you can count Nova as the first team and Sergio Ramos the first player to crown the World Championship of Clash Royale.
Undisputed in ladder play for many weeks in a row, Nova has now also taken the biggest crown, the biggest prize, and the #1 seed, the best title in Clash Royale. You're the best player in the world, Rumham.
Sergio Ramos's lifetime winnings is $10,000 from finishing 2nd in the Latin American Fall Finals. He has increased that by about 15-fold in just a few short hours. A life-changing amount of money for himself, for his family, for his team, and for his country. Sergio Ramos, the first ever Clash Royale Grand Champion.
The Mexican from Team Nova. Nova's strong banner held high, the purple and gold, repped in the floor of the arena. I was just over there with Koji-san as well. He was so happy, excited to see him moving on to the World Finals. And can you believe that Sergio Ramos even made it to the finals over Tally with a reverse sweep? It was a 2-1. He was down 0-1 in that semis match, Ramian.
And he was down the first battle of the finals against Music Master. People from around the world thought, hey, maybe Music Master can do it. But Sergio Ramos wins 3 consecutive games in dominating fashion, I might add, to become the first world champion. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I want to go through the brackets that people predicted. Who picked Sergio Ramos? Crowd, which of you thought Sergio Ramos was going to win?
I think not just a golden crown. He needs a golden broom for that reverse sweep.
Introducing your Clash Royale World Champion 2017 from Mexico, it's Sergio Ramos!
You're a beast. I can't believe it. Get over here.
Sergio, congratulations. All right, this
We
is
are
for
here
you.
with the first ever World Championship, the Ultimate Champion, Sergio Ramos!
Woo!
Sergio, how do you feel, man?
Amazing.
All right, so Sergio Ramos, this check right here is the highest payout in mobile esports history. I think we all want to know, how are you going to spend the money?
I don't know. It's so much money.
Well, congratulations.
I'm sure there's a few
once
people in the
again.
audience who can help you out if you need.
Oh, yeah, me too. Congratulations once again to Sergio Ramos and to all of our competitors that played today. You guys all played phenomenally.
Let's hear it again for this audience and for the first ever Ultimate Crown Champion, Sergio Ramos! We are here live in London. This has been an amazing event. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Supercell, and thank you, every single contestant in this World Finals. We will see you guys next year. She's BB8X. I am Ash. Clash with Ash, and we are here. Guys, shout out, take care, and have a wonderful evening.
Woo!